Live from the Highlands Bowl on the campus of Highlands High School. Touchdown Productions, now in our 17th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present Bear River Bruin football. Tonight, on our first Bear River telecast for the 2013 season, your undefeated Bear River Bruins take on the Highlands Scots. It's another preseason game for both squads as they prepare for league play, and all the football action begins right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Bear River Bruins take their show on the road this week and travel to North Highlands in Sacramento, California to face the Highlands Scots in this preseason action. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Marty Mortensen, the voice of Bear River football, joined by my good friends Paul Brown and Steve the Sat Sitter. And our producer and director for tonight's game is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and he is joined by the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team of Daniel Paddock, Cameron Hodges, and Ryan Stubbs. Paul, I want to welcome you back to our first telecast of the year.
Thanks, Marty. It's so good to be back in the booth again with you, and of course with Gil and my TV family. Tonight, the Bruins will place their undefeated streak on the line as they take on the Scots of Highland, which, you know, Marty, they're an up-and-coming team this year. And don't let their 0-2 record fool you. The Scots are improving every week, and they look like they're going to try and make a statement tonight against our Bear River Bruin.
And as for the Bruins, Steve, they seem to be firing on all cylinders this season.
Well, Marty, the head coaching team of Savoy and Logue is working its magic again. Led by the passing of senior Braden Duncan and a strong running attack by Caleb Johnson and junior John Voder, the Bruins at 2-0 know each game is important to prepare themselves for the PVO Wars, which lay just ahead.
And as we saw all season, the Bear River defense looks to have another big game tonight, only allowing 14 points so far this year. So there you have it. We've got another good one for you tonight. So thanks for spending your time with us, wherever you're watching it on NCTV, Comcast 11, Suddenlink, Channel 16, or on our Game of the Week YouTube channel. It's the Bear River Bruins versus the Highlands Scots coming up right here. Next on your Touchdown Production Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Foothill Flowers has been owned and operated by the Johnson family since 1966. Our flowers are hand-picked at the San Francisco Flower Mart, and we get fresh shipments from Hawaii every week. We specialize in unique arrangements for any occasion. Our design staff has 80 years of experience. Every order comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Foothill Flowers, quality and service since 1966.
Welcome back to Highlands High School here, and Touchdown Productions on hand for tonight's big Bear River game. And there's a sunset looking out towards the west. The sun is, and the wind are still up here tonight, so we've got some pretty exciting football coming your way. What do you think, Paul?
I'm kind of looking forward, Marty, to seeing this this quarterback, Brendan Duncan, play for Bear River. I've heard so much about him. He's been putting up some very, very good stats. So this is my first Bear River game, Marty. You're going to have to bring me up to speed, but I'm looking forward to a good show and a good battle tonight against the Scots. Let's take a, let's look at the standings here, Marty, and I'm going to throw this to our stat man, Sit. Steve, sitter. Let's talk about the standings here. What's happening in the PVL?
Well, it's been a pretty eventful year so far. You see Bear River on top at 2-0, and you might think that's weird, being over 2 3-0 teams, but because Bear River has only allowed 14 points per game, that earns them a top spot, as well as with Lincoln. Center and Colfax also undefeated in preseason, both at 3-0. Placer had a somewhat disappointing 1-2, although they did win their last meeting. And there you see Foothill at the bottom at 0-3.
Moving on here, let's take a look at what we've got in the Sierra Foothill League. Steve, you look at that one over for us.
Yeah, well, it's looking pretty even so far. Roseville on top at 2-1, although they did lose their last game. Granite Bay and Del Oro both tied at 1-1. They still have very good chances once the season kicks in to make an impression. Rockland and Wood Creek both at 1-2, both winning their last game, so they're riding a bit of momentum. And Nevada Union having a very rough start of it at 0-3, faced with some very tough adversity.
Yeah. The Miners will take on Chico tomorrow. Steve will help to turn that maybe around. We'll have to see. But they certainly have had trouble putting points on the board this year, and my heart goes out to them. Let's move on here now. And we'll talk about some volleyball at halftime. But Marty, you've watched a couple of these Bear River games. What do you think is going to be the game plan tonight for Coach Loeb?
Well, I talked to both coaches tonight. They're going to start off running the ball, and because their ground game has really been good with Botsford in the backfield. Got a couple of injuries, a couple of guys out sick, and so Bear River's going to have to step it up a little bit tonight, going against the big guys from Highlands, and they're going to try to put the ball in the air somewhat. It all depends on how the game's going, and with this strong wind blowing tonight, this would be a good chance for Blake Nielsen. He's been warming up, kicking field goals at about 45 yards.
Wow.
And he's got a strong leg, very nice young man. And I wouldn't be surprised if they can get a pretty big lead in this ball game, that they'll give him a chance to come in and try to kick a field goal. He attempted a 48-yard field goal last week that came up just about 1 or 2 yards short of crossing over the crossbar.
Well, you can hear the wind in our microphones tonight. We apologize for that, but that is going to be a factor. If you've ever been to this Highlands field, it's a bit of a bowl. It looks like, well, they brought a cat in here and just kind of carved out a bowl and put some great artificial turf. It's a very nice stadium, but there is a wind factor, no doubt about it, huh, Marty? It's from where we sit, it's moving left to right. There's a storm blowing in.
Yeah, there's a storm coming in from the north. I hope my golf game doesn't get rained out tomorrow, but that's #1 priority at this point. But we're down here at Highlands, and the record from the Scots is a little weak. They've been blown out of 3 games already this season, and Bear River likewise has put up some big numbers, and so we're looking forward to a strong game tonight. And one of the things that happened last year, Bear River was leading big time, like 28-14 or something, and the Scots came back when they knocked out they knocked out the Bear River quarterback Smith last year, and so it was a close game. They won it very late in the game, and 28-27. So I think we'll be looking for another big game here tonight. Braden Duncan is really he's really got a strong arm, and I suspect some big things out of him tonight if they give him a chance to pass.
You know, we got to remember to join us next week here. Bear River is going to be with the River Valley Falcons. We'll be bringing that to you on Comcast Channel 11, Sudden Link Channel 16, and of course YouTube.com, Game of the Week, all one word, Game of the Week. You can find us there, and games that we've had in the past. So join us on YouTube. And Steve Sitter, I see you over there reviewing stats and so forth. What do you find most glaring when you look at this Bear River team?
Well, Bear River is a pretty all-around good team. They've got excellent defense and a well-rounded offense. I think tonight we would look for Caleb Johnson. The wind really will be a factor, and it will be throughout the whole game. So you give the ball to Caleb Johnson on the ground, wind's going to completely go out of the equation. If you keep putting the ball in the air, you're going to ask Duncan to have to adjust with the wind behind him and then in front of him as the game goes along. And that's really not a recipe for success. If Bear River wants to just get ahead fast, I say keep it on the ground, give it to Caleb Johnson, and let him do his stuff.
Especially when you're against the wind here, like we mentioned before, there is a wind factor, and it's blowing pretty strong, so they're going to have to keep the passes pretty short into the wind.
But it's blowing from the south to the north, and it's that'll be great for the kicking game going one way, and the passing game going one way. But when you're into the wind, it's a whole different ball game.
How about Highlands, Steve? Do we have some stats on some of the Highland players? Actually, let's take a little break here, and then we'll come back and let Sitman talk about the stats for Highland.
You're watching Bear River Bruins football right here on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. The Old Town Cafe is the oldest continuously operating restaurant in Grass Valley. Serving breakfast and lunch 7 days a week, the Old Town Cafe is now open for dinner every Friday and Saturday night with nightly specials like steaks, seafood, along with draft beer and wine. Stop by to see Monday Night Football at the OTC with drink and appetizer specials. It's football fun for the whole family at the Old Town Cafe. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Welcome back to Highlands Bowl on the campus of Highlands High School. Marty Mortensen, Paul Brown, Steve Sitter. Let's go out on the field there and take a look at with the captains ready for the coin toss. As let's see, we've got Reagan Davis, one of the captains, and Hunter Kramer, and Brandon Lispick. Oh,
Lispick, yep, he's on the field too, and also we have
Braden Duncan. 5 captains out there on the field. Let's see how the coin toss goes. The referee is explaining the rules to them, as usual before the game.
We got Iser Price, number 4, out there, the quarterback for Highlands. He was out on the field representing their team as one of the captains.
Yato.
The other captain out there is Junior Jenkins out there outside linebacker or middle linebacker.
He cut down a huge digger pine that was over in my barn.
It's funny you mentioned Price as a quarterback. I have him with the most rushes and most rushing yards on the team.
So Highlands won the toss. They've decided not to receive, and they'll be doing the kicking for to Bear River, and they'll get the ball at halftime. Now Bear River will choose the side of the field they want, so they'll get the wind at the first and third quarter. So a good, if you could have won that toss, you could have in the fourth quarter.
The wind was a big factor there, Marty. You have to think that they're going to want the wind on their fourth quarter of their back. I think that was a very wise move. If this is a close game, that's going to be something to deal with.
Well, stopping by our booth here at Highlands Bowl, Carrie Ramsauer, her son plays on the Bear River, and Kristen Whitehead, whose son also, number 88, Travis Whitehead, plays for Bear River, and they've been attending my introduction to football for moms, entry-level class 101. They get 3 credits for that, and they've been doing a great job throughout the season. The moms do a really good job as they just support their sons. And they also work the booths, the food booth at the Bear River High School, and so all in all, it's great to see them work so hard and support their sons. So Marty, Carrie Ramsauer and Kristen Whitehead, thanks for attending my class.
What exactly is it that you teach in that class, Marty? Do you?
There's Tom Fitzsimmons in the booth up there. I guess we're going to be standing up for the. And Emil Baldoni in the background there, and I think we're just about ready. The color guard has come out on the field, and we're ready for the playing of our national anthem. Well, we'll be right back right after the Star Spangled Banner for the kickoff here tonight. So stay with us. Enjoy the game.
It goes on the lines, whichever one. Yeah. So when they measure, they take the clip out, put it on the line. So with the drum, stretched out.
I just saw it done.
Just about ready for the kickoff. Marty Mortensen here at Highlands Scott, along with Paul Brown and Steve Sitter. So, Paul, are you ready for tonight's game?
You know, I certainly am here. We got a crowd starting to filter in. We had a little bit of an early finish to the JV game tonight, Marty. The score was a bit lopsided, 50-0 in favor of Bear River. So the clock ran down a bit prematurely on that game. So some of the fans, I think, are just now starting to figure out that the game is going to start a little early.
So instead of 7:30, it's going to be 7 o'clock. And I think Bear River is really surprisingly that Bear River fans are out here supporting their team in bigger numbers than the Highlands folks. So we'll have to
at least this far, yeah.
Back to receive for Bear River. Looks like I can't. It's hard with those though. Okay, it's
number 24 and number 28. 24, Michael Tipton.
Yeah, he's been sick this week.
And of course we've got Caleb Johnson here, the running back phenom.
So here we go. Here's the kick. Nice strong kick into the wind. It's going to be taken in there, dropped. Coming up the middle, big hole, and he's going to get out to about the 28-yard line. And so Bear River will start on, it looks like they're going to move it on, start on the 30-yard line. Making the tackle was Williamson, number 54 for Highlands. So here we go on the ball we placed on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bear River. Here's a handoff over the right side. Good for 5-yard carry. That's
Caleb Johnson. Yep. We'll see Caleb carry the ball. I would have guessed tonight, Marty. I'm going to bet he gets at least 15 carries. Good quick back on a slant play.
So coming out as a flanker out to the right side is Eddie. Now a timeout's going to be called. Well, they got he's got a, looks like he got a shoulder problem. That's not good for Bear River as Johnson comes out.
That's first play of the ball game.
Yeah.
He's got a little shoulder sprain. He's holding his arm down.
Coming in is Tipton. All right, shotgun formation. In motion is Voter. All right, up the middle, big hole, goes for a first down. There's a flag. It might be a face mask call on the, come out to the 50-yard line. Oh, they're saying, hold on here. Let's see what the call's going to be.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Like you said, straight up the middle, some missed tackles there. Showing some good strength, but straight ahead running, and then runs over the last tackler.
It's got to be a face mask. Yep, that was a big run. Back to live action.
Highlands players, Marty, are trying to tackle high. None of them got down below the waist.
Well, we noticed that in the the JV game too. They were arm tackling, and the guys were just running over them.
Right.
So Bear River will take on the 36-yard line. Shotgun formation. In motion is Voter. Rolling out the pass. Got his man. And did he catch it?
They're going to give him a catch.
Yeah, it looked pretty close to the ground.
I thought it was a trap from here, Marty, but they're going to give him the catch.
So Edie catches that ball for about 15 yards. First down. It'll be Bruins on the move. Ball is spotted on a 23-yard line.
What do you think, Sit, man? Is this a catch or not?
It looked pretty good on the initial look. He rolls out really well, has a lot of protection, kind of a low throw, goes down, and it looks like he's got both arms underneath it to me.
Well, okay, here's that's a handoff to Botsford, and he gets a couple.
Brad Botsford in the wraparound draw play. very deceptive play if they bite on it. Usually they stand there all by themselves. In that particular case, resulted in only about a yard.
Here come the Bruins. Shotgun formation again. In motion is Voter. Round the left side, big hole. Takes it down close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. They're stopping the clock. They're moving the chain, so that'll bring up first down from the, looks like the 15-yard line where they're going to spot it.
Voter in the backfield now to replace Johnson, who came off. Johnson's still on the sideline rubbing his shoulder.
Handoff, left side, Botsford. He goes down for about a couple.
Should be enough for a first down, though, huh, Marty?
I think so. So now they do give them the first down. And are they inside the 10-yard line? Let's see. Mark it right on the 10. So I guess it'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line. Voter comes out to the right. Handoff. Oh, he trips and falls. He had a big lane.
Yeah, it looked like he was heading for the cone there, Marty.
Yep.
Nobody in front of him, and he tripped over, I think, maybe the painted line on the field.
Yeah, he just tripped, and he had a wide open run around the right side. Pretty big line up there for the Highlands, but Bear River's small and quicker.
Second and goal.
Pass into the corner, looking for Edie. He's got it. Touchdown, Bear River. Let's see if they're going to give it to him. Yes, they do. Way to go.
Christopher Edie, senior wide receiver, 163 pounds of power, finds the ball in the corner. Two thumbs together. Good catch.
Excellent pass into the corner. So Duncan continues his mastery of the passing. Nice corner flare, and he was right there. In to kick the extra point is Nielsen, and the ball will be held in there by Austin Smith, number 8. Down kicked, and it will be good. You can just about expect that all season long from Blake Nielsen.
Boy, I like the way, good motion from Nielsen. Oh, there's the pass. Puts a lot of air under it, huh, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I think that's to get into the wind, to just push it further towards the line and really just make sure that only his receiver can catch it.
Yeah, there was there's there's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Bear River up on top here with 8:56 left to go in this first quarter, 7-0. So here comes the kicking team, and Blake Nielsen will go out to the 40-yard line, and with this wind at his back, they'll probably give him the go-ahead to kick it into the end zone, because from there he's got enough leg to get it there.
Well, if he doesn't back for the Scots, we have number 4, Ezar Price. He is also a quarterback and a wide receiver, as we see it here. And along with him, we'll see number 6, Jacob Yatu, wide receiver.
So Nielsen will set it up now. He has a very strong leg, can kick it a long way, and he does, and that's going to go into the end zone, no doubt about it. So here's that catch, Paul, of the touchdown in the end zone.
Steve?
Yeah, after a quick drop back, the pass just gets way up in the air, and just a great job there by Chris Edie to come down, make the catch in pretty good coverage, but there was just no way. I mean, Edie's listed as 6'1", 163. That's pretty tall. It just gets over the defensive back, and there was really no doubt that was either going to be a touchdown or an incompletion. Really well-placed pass.
So Bear River on defense for the first time tonight. There's a run around the right side, and let's see if they blew the play dead. And
so one more time here on this catch here. Hopefully we'll have other touchdowns tonight to look at, but this is particularly good. See how he goes up in the air, thumbs together like I said. This is just like you coach it. Then it has enough presence of mind to keep his feet and stay in bounds. Well done.
Yeah, Cayman Hodges on the camera work. Nice job there. Okay, here's a handoff. It's trying to do a sweep over the left side and no place to go. They had second down and 1, and I believe that's going to be thrown for a loss. The ball carrier was Walker.
And Walker went sideways. That play was real slow in developing, Marty. They just, with 1 yard to go, you'd think they'd do something more straightforward than that. Let's see if Highlands can come up with a play now. They're going to need 3 yards for the first.
So back in shotgun formation. Quarterback, it takes a snap, hands it off, but no place to go. Bear River just swarms in, and Andrew Leonard came up with the stop. They held him. Now they'll be kicking into the wind. That was Walker on the carry. So take a look at that replay here, Mike.
So they're, again, looking for the hole. The first play they had from scrimmage, they got 7 yards. They basically just got behind their big tackle and ran it forward. Both of these plays going sideways, they're going nowhere. Bear River's too fast for them.
So back to punt. And Bear River's going to get good field position, kicking into this wind here. There's the snap. Good rush, almost blocked, end over end. And they're going to let it go, and it'll go all the way on down to Bear River's 37-yard line, where it'll be marked dead, and Bear River will start in good field position. I believe they started on the 30-yard line for their first possession and went 70 yards for a touchdown. Oh, here come the Bruins. Duncan comes out with the play, and he'll call it in the huddle, and Bear River will be on the move again. $7-0 here with 6:41 left to go in the first quarter. Low snap, but that was that play just didn't develop at all, Paul.
Yeah, we had number 54. That's Gage Williamson. That's the third tackle he's had tonight, and we're only halfway through the first quarter. This guy covers a lot of ground, but he just blew up that offensive lineman in front of him. They're letting him play both the right and left side.
So second down and about 13 for Bear River. They may have to put the ball in the air. No, they hand it off up to, oh, he breaks it. Big hole, he's gonna get a first down. Wow. I missed that. That was Tipton, the ball carrier. Whoa.
Michael Tipton, you're right, Marty. He was in a crowd, and I thought he was done.
Yep.
And before you know it, his legs are still churning, and he's got 10 more yards on top. Here's a replay of that, Steve.
Yeah, I was fooled too. I was definitely still looking at the quarterback, and he just slips through unnoticed. That was a very good misdirection, and he just kept on going through the big hole that the defense gave him.
Quick pass out in the flat to Edie. He missed tackle, he drives, gets down to the 42-yard line. They're tackling just like the JV was tackling in this game, and it is arm tackling, Paul.
It's not going to work. You try to tackle these guys high, and they're gonna get away from you. But Braden Duncan is taking advantage of the wind right now. He's going to throw that football.
So single back in the backfield, and there's a quick handoff. Tried to stutter step around. He picks up about 4 yards, which was for nothing there.
And it'll be a first down. So far the Scots have yet to hold the Bruins. They have marched down the field in their first possession, and they're doing it again in their second.
Wagner comes into the ball game for Bear River. In motion is Tipton. Now there's going to be an offside going to be called, I think. Let's see if they call. hit against the Bruins. That offside. Yes, that's what I thought it was.
You know, you can always tell who's offsides. It's the team that's not pointing.
Yeah, I know.
If the other team's pointing at you, you probably are going to get the yardage.
So coming back into the ball game now is Edie. What happened? Is Johnson still on the sidelines? I don't see him.
He hasn't been back in the game since
that
first play.
Oh, he's still being attended to at right shoulder on the sideline. 4:47 and counting here in the first quarter. Fake handoff, looking, good block. Now he's going to move around. He's got a man wide open in the end zone, and he dropped the ball. Oh, my goodness. You won't see that very often. Edie had that ball right in his hands. And
that's number 34, I believe. Was that Drew Johnson?
I thought it was. No, that was 14, wasn't it? Yeah, was it? That was 14.
It was
Edie, yeah.
Christopher Edie. Now watch, Edie, Steve. Edie tries to make the basket catch, takes his eyes off the ball. Watch, he'll let it come all the way down almost to his waist. And lets his
go right to his hand.
Right off the pads.
Boy, it beat the two defenders. Great camera work there.
You want to catch the ball with your hands, not
wide
your body.
Wide open, and that pass was intended for Kramer. And that'll bring up, should bring up 4th down. Let's see. No, it's 3rd down.
I think with that pass into the end zone, that was just a factor of the wind.
The wind, I think so, yeah.
Really picked up right before that pass. And if you look, the ball really just went past his hands and hit him in the shoulder. He was expecting it to come down harder, but it just kept on flying.
I think there's an offside there, and let's see, that Bear River will get 5 yards. That still won't be a 1st down. We'll see if your observation is true. Oh, it was illegal procedure against the
Bruins.
That time the Scots were pointing in the right direction, huh? So that'll put the ball on the 39-yard line. Coming out of the ball game is Wagner.
Great picture tonight we have, courtesy of Touchdown Productions.
So here come the Bruins, 3rd and about 9, a little over 9 yards. Good shot. Looking, screen pass out in the flat. That is Kramer. Kramer will get down to about the 30-yard line where it'll be 4th down, and they may send in Nielsen. He looks like he's come over to the sideline. Let's see if they're going to put him in there. Yeah, Nielsen's all charged up, ready to go. And come on, coach. That wind at my back, I'm only going to have another 4 minutes. Well, they're going to try to get the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and about 3. Well, they've been moving the ball every run, so it might be something right up the middle.
They only need a couple of yards here. Let's see if they can get them.
Handoff, second man through, big hole. That's Botsford over the left side. Going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Or let's see, we got it down to the 1 yard. Stepped out about the 3.
You called the touchdown before they got it. You jinxed him, Marty.
I know. Well, he stepped out of bounds. That's a long way to go for these old eyes here.
You know, they needed 2 yards, and they ended up getting about 35.
Yeah.
Here's the replay, Steve.
Yeah, just a big hole opens up on the left. Everyone was crashing the center, and actually I suppose that would be the right for the defense, and they just took way too long to recover.
Well, there's a handoff. Botsford again. He's going to take it in, standing up, it looks like. Let's see if they signal it. Yes, they do. Touchdown, Bruins.
So with 3 minutes and 37 seconds in the first quarter here at Highlands Bowl, Bear River scores for the 2nd time tonight.
Both times they've had possession, both times they've scored. So Nielsen comes in to kick the extra point.
Bring it!
Barking out the orders here is Wagner, a little late to get into the game. Oh, and did they get it? Let's see. Yeah, he did. Nielsen recovered from that. Wow, that was a high snap. Good job in there by Austin Smith putting that ball down.
Well, you're right about this kid Nielsen. He has one strong leg.
Oh, he does. There's no question about that.
Not a real big guy.
No, he's not very tall.
141 pounds, 5'9", but he has a great action with his leg. He's got perfect body position, strikes the ball well, and that thing goes well past the goalpost. So one more time, we're going to watch the big run. Now, Steve, you're right. They crashed the middle. They're thinking there's going to be a sneak or something right up the gut, and there's just nobody on the outside. The outside linebacker on the right is sucked in completely.
And a good block in there by Edie, too. Sprung him for another 8 yards.
Doesn't quite get in, but they do the next play from scrimmage.
And they give Botsford the ball, and he takes it in with a touchdown. Well, he earned it. So here comes Nielsen. I bet they'll just, as long as he's kicking against the wind, with the wind, he'll be kicking it for the end zone. Watch his leg, how he gets through that ball. It's going to be a little bit short this time, taking on the 5-yard line, coming up the right side. There's a block in the back. No.
He's gone.
Oh, he's going to go. There was a block in the back over here, but they didn't call. There's a touchdown. That is Price. Wow.
I don't know, Marv, if that was a block in the back or not. Let's take a look at the replay if we have a chance. But I'll tell you what, you can't take away from an incredible run by Price all the way back, and it's the first score of the game and the first significant yardage by the Highlands Scots. I saw what you were looking at, Marty. We don't have a replay, unfortunately, but I think it was a legitimate block. I think it was more of a trip than it was a block in the back. So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. From my angle here, it looked like it was he clipped him in the back. But that was a nice run, nevertheless. That was Price. He's kind of a one-man show for this Scots team. Well,
he certainly has the speed, doesn't he?
Oh, boy, doesn't
he? Waiting for his blockers to form in front of him, and
the only one, the only person back for the Bruins at that time was Nielsen, and he got blocked by two.
Yeah.
He was just flattened.
Well, Nielsen doesn't have a big presence there anyway. He's 141 pounds, like we said, and he's not going to bring down a whole lot of
and that kick is up
backs.
And good. So Bear River's got the work cut out for him. There's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard as they here in the first quarter with 3:22 left to play. Bear River up on top 14-7. And that's the first points that Bear River has allowed in 3 games.
Wow!
In the first quarter, and it came on special teams. So the defense has been quite stingy so far this year. That was a big play. Nice run in there by Price.
They set that up well, don't you think,
yeah.
Steve? I watched the whole thing set up. They knew that it was going to be returned to the right. And it was something to see this Highlands team put that run back together again.
From what I can tell looking at the stats in the first quarter of this game, their offense is basically built around Price. He can pass, he can run, he can do just about anything to jumpstart this team.
Ball is picked up, and he's got an opening. That's Edie, still going on his feet. Gets out to the 39-yard line. Nice run back. He did that with no blockers in front of him.
Yeah, it was like the whole Highlands team went to the right side. Yep. Nobody was over here to the left. That'll give Bear River some good field possession to get started with here on about the 40-yard line. Dusk sets in here. As the sun has gone down, the first stars are starting to come out. You can see that in our picture.
Here come the Bruins. Quick pass out in the flat. And nice tackle coming up and making that stop is Vang, Anthony Vang. He's 5'4", 135 pounds. That was a super tackle over there. stopped that play for just a couple of yards gain.
Had he not, there would have been a lot of room.
Yeah, there was wide open. In motion there is Voter rolling out, got his out here in the flat, and that's Edie. And he gets down to the first down, 30 at the 46-yard line. So.
Wow, great play by Braden Duncan that time, Marty, moving to his left and very accurate pass.
He's got a strong arm. And
let's take a look at this one. Now watch as he keeps his eyes on his receiver, but lets it go just as the defender's got a grab on him. Great accurate pass with something on it.
Coming back to live action, and a penalty is going to be called here. Let's see what it is. Wind continues to blow here as the sun goes down. It was going to be illegal procedure against the Bruins.
One more time the replay. It's one thing to be able to throw this ball, Steve, but to have a little juice on it so it gets to the receiver.
Yeah, Duncan's done a very good job of adjusting to the wind. The receivers now are the ones having the big problems, but a good adjustment by Edie allows him to, get that catch in and secure, and then worry about running with it later.
1st and 15.
Yeah, Wagner spreads out far to the left. Handoff right up the middle, and that's not going anywhere as only gets a couple on the carry.
Marty, it's going to be interesting in a minute and 50 seconds to see how Braden can throw the ball from the other direction with the wind. It may or may not affect him. The wind has settled down a bit, but it does come in gusts.
So Edie goes out far to the left. Single back in the backfield. Rollout, good block in there, and he's rolling out. He's got his man wide open, but he overthrows him. Oh, he almost had it. I didn't think he's even going to get to that ball. He kind of stopped his route a little bit, and that was Edie.
Christopher Edie getting a hand on it, but not able to pull in the miracle catch.
Almost got it.
Sure did.
That would have been a fantastic catch.
Well, that brings up 3rd down now and 13. Let's see if the Scots can hold the Bear River Bruins to their first punt of the night. Bruins wide receivers are pretty much having their way with these defensive backs. They're getting open more often than not.
3 receivers. Now they're going to call it timeout's going to be called Bear River. Looked like they were kind of not in sync at all there. They had 3 receivers out flank to the left and Voter out here to the right, and decided that maybe that wasn't the right call for this situation. Well, we've got a brand new show coming your way on Channel 11, Channel 16. It's the Greater Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce Fireside Chat. Gil Dominguez and Cheryl Noble, and Gil Dominguez in his Fireside Chat will probably be wearing a nice sweater, don't you think?
I wonder if they really have a fire. Do you think they have a fire?
I think they will have.
Oh,
there's a fire in the background.
Yeah, sure
Thursday night at 7 p.m., Saturday at 2:30, and Monday at 12:30 p.m. on NevadaCountyTV.org. Look for it, the Fireside Chat, the Greater Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Maybe they bring in some Presto logs or something for that. I'll have to check that one out. I'll tune in and watch Gil put that one together.
I want to see if he's going to have a sweater on. That's what I'm looking for. Here we go. The Bruins have got 3 receivers out to the left. Looking. And right over the middle and almost intercepted. Went right through the hands of Edie. He was wide open. So now Bear River will have to punt. Nielsen comes in to kick the ball, doing double duty as the place kicker and also the...
And this was almost a pickoff play here, but, it really didn't go through his hands. It was a bit overthrown.
Yeah.
Looked like maybe the wind got that one, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It was wobbling there pretty good. So back to punt. Big rush, and that ball's going to be kicked towards the corner. Nobody there is going to go out of bounds on the 21-yard line as Nielsen puts it out of play as the wind picks up again. So Bear River will go on defense. The Scots have not been able to move the ball on their first possession. They were three and out, but they got their 7 points on the kickoff return. So here we go. 3 receivers out, and it's going to be a handoff over the right. It's a big hole, but coming up, and that's going to go for pretty close to a first down, and it might be.
Looks like they got about 12 yards on that. At the bottom of that pile, let's see, tackle was made by number 21, Chris Stevenson. Highlands is going to get into position quickly. No huddle.
Handoff once again, but it stopped. Oh no, he didn't hand it off. And coming up and making that stop, that was Botsford. Brad Botsford came in and was able to sack him for a loss back, and that's about a 5-yard loss. And timeout is called, it looks like.
Yeah, the coach for the Scots has their team on the field. Steve Sitter, am I wrong? Their plays seem to all be real slow developing.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of confidence in their line, and on defense, their defensive line is doing a very good job, only getting beat a few times by Bear River. And their offensive line also seems to be holding pretty well now that they know what Bear River's game plan is. These slow developing plays really do work if the line is holding, and that gives a big opening for Price. And we've already seen Price's speed. He can do a lot with a little.
So far, though, the big plays have come on the quick hitters, the ones that are basically not moving left or right, but right into the teeth of the Bear River defense.
So here come the pass out into the flat. They got a block set up, getting to the outside. He's going to get a first down and more. He's still moving. He's got nobody over on that side of the field.
He's going to go.
No, I don't think so. Good saving tackle in there by, that was Wagner. He saved a touchdown. Wow.
Wyatt Wagner sure came up with a big tackle there. But if you noticed, who got pancaked? Josh Davis, the cornerback, was absolutely pancaked on the play. They had so much room in front of him, I'm surprised he didn't score.
Now they're gonna call another timeout.
Let's look at this replay. After the catch here, Steve, watch this. Number 2, Josh Davis, I'm not sure who it was, just gets driven into the ground like a pile driver. Good pass against the wind.
Yeah, I think the short pass might be the answer.
There. Yeah, that was a nice block.
And then a good cutback.
Yeto was the ball carrier, and he's got some good moves out there. And now watch this block. He has a push into the side, so he still continues to run.
They can't take this team for granted, Marty. I got to tell you, Bear River, that defense needs to show up, or they're gonna give up another score here quickly.
I expect to see a lot more of the short pass because as Price has demonstrated his speed, they're going to try and get in on him quick.
They've got to put the big rush on him again, and they throws the ball out in the flat, and they got him out there about the 25-yard line, so they're moving the ball. They had a 4-man rush that broke through for that screen pass, and that should end the first quarter, and it does. So Bear River's on their heels right here. Ball will be spotted on the 29-yard line where they'll change side of the field, and I think Coach Savoy is going to have a little talk to his defense because not too many clubs have moved against Bear River like this. And here's the Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard showing at the end of the first quarter, Bear River 14, Highlands Scots 7.
A lot of people showed up here, Steve, not thinking there was going to be much of a football game, I think. Especially after seeing the JV game so lopsided. And, you know, we said in the pregame that they are the up-and-coming team, and I'll tell you what, they're certainly showing some style out there.
Hey, looking at Highlands stats, I mean, their offense, they're averaging more yards per game than Bear River is.
Really?
It's just a matter of putting points on the board. They have not been able to do that, averaging less than 5 per game. So I don't know exactly what that means. A lot of turnovers, maybe. Honestly, I'm at a loss with that. But they came in with a good, high-powered offense, and they just know how to use it now.
Well, I'll tell you what's not working, Steve, is the running game. Their running game, you know, has had a spot here and a spot there, but they're not able really to penetrate this big Bear River defensive line. But the passing game, it be working.
3 receivers for the Scots all the way over on the left-hand side of the field. The ball is spotted on the right hash mark. And that's going to be if they do pass, it's going to be a long pass. Of course, they got the wind at their back now.
And with Price already established as a quick runner and able to scramble and get the ball off quickly, now Bear River has to worry about him throwing it deep into the wind.
Good snap, looking, and they're going to throw a screen pass, but coming up and stopping that is Cordial came up and got him. Looks like the receiver's down on that play. Cordial was very quick to come in there and stop that play on that little screen pass. Looks like they got a player that's hurting.
On a screen pass, you've got to hit your lineman and then let him through, and then that's what sets it up. This time, the lineman just went right through. That play never had a chance from the beginning.
I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. That was that Walker? Yeah, Sean Walker. He's a senior, pretty big kid, and he just had that football in his chest, and Cordial came over and was not very cordial, if you know what I mean. No. Okay, that was a loss. It's third down and about 13. Rolling now, looking, and Cordial after him, and they're going to stop him. All right, back at the 40-yard line.
There's a flag on the play there.
Coming in late at the end.
Yeah, there's a late hit there. I think rightfully so. That should be 15 yards against Bear River.
That was Voter that came in late. Let's see what.
Steve.
Yeah, Bear River just comes in really wanting to pressure this play, not wanting to let any sort of play develop that might give them the first down on 3rd and 13. After they chase Price out of the pocket, it's really just a matter of him scrambling, trying to salvage something, maybe just to stay in field goal range.
Yeah, there was a block in the back, so I guess they're gonna move him back here.
And then another late hit at the end. That was a bad one too.
I missed that. So that penalty went against the Scots, and let's see what they're gonna do here. It's gonna be 3rd down, and wow. Let's see what happened here.
That penalty went against Highland.
Yeah, I know it did. Ooh. They may have, well, they threw the flag. It looked like it was that one, but it might have been that block in the back. Let's see what they do. So it's 3rd down and about 30 yards. Let's see if they put any pressure on. They're gonna do it, and they're gonna roll out, but he fumbles the ball. Botsford's got it. Coming down the sideline, and he gets thrown out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Good heads-up play in there by Brad Botsford. So he picked that ball up, and he had open field to the goal line.
Well, Bear River will take over, and they'll take over on about their 35-yard line. At just about the time you thought Highlands was getting a little traction, they come up with a fumble after a bad penalty call. So let's see if Bear River can capitalize on the mistake.
Now they'll be throwing into the wind now, so maybe they'll keep the ball on the ground. But that was a big fumble recovery. That wasn't Price in there at quarterbacking that. That looked like it was Quiano. He's one of the captains. He's a senior. That was number 10, I believe.
Yeah, Anchiano has been in there a few times. He's 9 for 21 with 93 yards and a higher completion percentage than Price. So odds are they put him in there when they really need
a long pass.
Yeah, a long pass or certain yards.
Well, there's the Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard as we got 10 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in this first half. Bear River on top 14-7. There, the Bear River cheerleaders have come out tonight to support their team. Here come the Bruins. 2 backs in the backfield. Over center now. First time tonight. There's a quick handoff. Botsford over the left side. Big hole. And he goes for about 8 yards as he's knocked out of bounds. I've been to practice several times this year for the Bruins, and Botsford looks like he lifts weight in his off hours because he's got arms on him as big as my legs. I mean, he is one tough young man.
That's not saying much, Marty. I've seen chickens with bigger legs.
Oh, get out of here. You see his arms. Couldn't let that one go, huh?
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, they give him that. He got 10 yards, so it'll be first down. So Tipton in. Botsford in the backfield behind Duncan. So Edie way out to the right. Maybe they'll pass. Looking, they got him in the corner again. Oh man, that ball could have been intercepted in there.
That ball was not well thrown to begin with, and the wind held it up. You could see that was number 81.
That was Dono.
Paul Dono was just stalking it.
He had wide open, and that could have been 7 going the other way.
He had his hands open and his eyes wide open too. Look at this. It was his ball.
Yep.
Little mistimed, and
that ball needed to be thrown deeper into the corner of the end zone, but that wind blowing, it makes a big difference. Here's a handoff. Botsford tries to take it inside, can't do it.
Good tackle in there by number 69, Marcus Green.
Yeah, they're missing Caleb Johnson big time tonight as he's still on the sideline with a shoulder injury. That'll bring up third down and about 8 yards. Let's see what Bear River calls at this point. In shotgun formation is Duncan. No, he's over center. He moved up. Now rolling out, looking, and Edie couldn't. Was that Edie? He couldn't get it. Just off his fingertips.
So now, Marty, maybe we'll get a chance to see your kicker.
He's looking.
They've got
into the wind.
Fourth down and about 8. And they're gonna, looks like they're gonna go for it, maybe 7.
I like the anticipation of Blake Nielsen down there looking at the coaching staff. They're all right standing next to him.
I'm not sure why they don't give him the shot, to tell you the truth. It's a long way for a first down.
All right, rolling out, looking. Got a man in the corner, and he catches it before he goes out of bounds. First down. That was Edie on that little down and out, Paul.
Yeah, that was all Braden Duncan, though. Edie was in the right place, but that ball was perfectly thrown and really well executed play there by the Bear River Bruins.
So now it's first and goal down on about the 10-yard line for the Bruins. Coming in is Cordial with the play. Big number 77, Reagan Davis, is in there at tackle. Handoff. Botsford drives. He's down to about the 2-yard line. Let's see what they say.
He is down. They came out with the football. Number 6, that's Yitu, came out thinking maybe he had a fumble in his hands, but they're going to say he was down before. Looks like it's on the 1 foot line, huh, Marty?
It's very close to, Yeah, it's inside the 1 yard line, so Bear River now has got a chance to punch this one in with 8:30 left to go in the first half. Hand off, right side. Botsford digs down deep into the end zone. Did he get it?
No.
Yes, he did. The referee says he got it. Touchdown, Bear River, and now there's going to be a penalty. So Botsford gets his second touchdown of the game if that play holds up, but I think the flag came in late. Maybe one of the Scots might have said something to the referee.
Let's see what this is about. I can't imagine it was before the touchdown, so the score is going to stand. Let's see what they call here.
So Smith comes in to hold, and Nielsen will go back in to attempt his third extra point. Ball be put down. See how the snap's going to be this time. Down, put down, and look, and right down the middle, no doubt about it. Blake Nielsen's got his leg working tonight. 21-7 here with 8:17 left to go. So they capitalize on that fumble recovery, and there's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 21-7 as Bear River has started to move the ball very well. They've only had to punt once so far tonight out of their is that their fourth possession?
That was their fourth possession.
Okay. Geez, I must be watching this game closely. Huh? Take a look at the replay here.
Okay, let's take a look one more time here. As they set, maybe we can see the hole as it opens up. They only need about a foot. I didn't think they got in there as a scrum.
Well, he just dove down below.
Yep.
And just all he had to do was just get into the end zone. So there was a penalty, and so now it's going to be the ball we put out on the 45-yard line of the Scots. So that the penalty went against. It must have been. They must have said something to the referee after the play.
Yeah, I believe the referee signaled for an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, so Nielsen will get a chance to kick from the 45-yard line. You can watch this one to go through the uprights, even with this wind blowing. No, they're going to kick it short. All right, in between. Oh, boy, I could hear that hit all the way up here. There's a penalty. Let's see what the call is going to be. It was thrown into the middle of that pile. Leonard on that tackle. Somebody popped that ball carrier. Face mask against Bear River. That'll give him that 15 yards right back.
And that's going to put Highlands into some nice field position. Yep. They'll march that off, and Bear River will start on defense, and it looks like they'll be defending from about the 41-yard line.
Other than the return for a touchdown, this is the best starting field position Highlands has had.
Mm-hmm. That'll be spotted on their own 41-yard line. Now they got the quarterback in there as Anquianano. It's going to be a pitch back, and good tackle in there. That was Voter. Wow.
John Voter comes in and makes a big play. They needed to get past Voter to get any kind of yardage, and great one-on-one tackle.
Oh yeah, he's known around the practice field as JV3.
How's that?
Well, that's as well.
John Voter.
John Voter the third. Okay, it's 2nd and 10. Oh, and he went down, and I guess he got crossed up on that play. That the ball carrier was Bright.
So let's watch Voter make this hit.
Yeah, he really just speeds right in there. He sees the pitch coming. It wasn't really much of a consideration at all. Just speeds on in, tackles low, trips his feet up, and had nowhere to go after that.
So this is 3rd down and 12. Looking. Oh! And there goes JV3 again, knocks him down. That's Voter. He is playing some good defense tonight. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. Kicking team comes in for the Scots. That defense of Bear River is really came to play tonight. Going back is Tipton, and also, is that Edie?
I think so.
Okay. Let's see what kind of kick they'll get away. Good snap, no rush. It's going to go over to Edie, and he's going to let it go, and it's a good thing it takes a Bear River bounce, and it'll end up on the 20-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. No, it rolled back to about the 15, so Bear River will take over 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. And they've been able to move that ball.
Yes, they have, and now all of a sudden another penalty flag's gone up.
So a little controversy on the play, and let's see what the flag did go in, and it was unsportsmanlike conduct against the Scots. So they're kind of losing their cool a little bit here.
This crew is not taking any verbiage at all. Now look at the ball is where it's at now, and so they down it on the 15, and then the official, right? The official comes over. Now what could have happened here? They're actually going to, and it looks like he threw the bag out maybe a yard or 2 forward. So let's run it back again one more time. And okay, so it looks like they've got a good spot there, Steve, but they're going to actually spot it a yard. And so that's what brought the comment on.
So now he says something to the referee as he walks away, and that's all she wrote, folks. So Bear River picks up 15. They have 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. Rolling out, got a good block from Botsford, looking over the middle and caught in there by Kramer. He's still on his feet, drives down to about the 42-yard line, the 43-yard line. I think that's where they'll spot it. 1st down, Bear River. They had Edie out in the flat. He was covered, but then Kramer saw him right over.
This is where the Scots are losing the game. Right here, watch. He has a chance to tee off on this guy, and he tries to arm tackle him.
Yep.
That is a sure tackle right there. Not only will you tackle him, but you're going to punish that receiver, and he just doesn't make the tackle.
Running around the left side and going out of bounds is Tipton. And the referee comes over. That was Bright. Knocked him out of bounds. Let's see where they spot the ball. Be 2nd down and about 4. Botsford in the backfield along with Tipton. Duncan in shotgun formation. In motion to Timothy. Hands it off. Got a blocker in front of him. Oh, nice block as he turns the corner. Picks up the 1st down as Botsford threw a nice block in there.
And there's the ever-present Robert Mathias, who's the outside linebacker on the left. The senior comes over and puts the hurt on the Bear River running back. That's number.
No,
I'm sorry. That was Williamson, number 54. Williamson's far and away the best defensive player on the Highland team.
They are that line, that defensive line is very big. Look at the size of those guys. They outweigh Bear River big time. So here we go. Quick pass out in the flat, and it goes down low, so Edie couldn't pick it up off the ground. That play just didn't look like it was developing very well at all.
No, sure didn't. 5 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Bear River leading 21-7. Biggest play of the half so far has been the return by Highlands on the touchdown. But Bear River has controlled the game pretty much ever since.
Looking to pass. A little screen pass out on the right. And it's going to go down to about the 28-yard line. That's going to be short of the first down. That was White that made the stop. That'll bring up third down and about just a little over 7-yard line, 7 yards. See what Bear River can come up with here. Maybe it might be a rollout here. Somebody jumped, I think. It may be against Bear River, but I thought I saw one of the Scots on the far end line jump before the ball was snapped. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it was offside. That'll pick up 5 more yards. That'll bring up third down and about 3. Coming into the ball game is Cole Clark for Bear River. So now they have a third down and just a little over 2 yards. Coming out is Connolly. Handoff, Botsford, big hole, goes over the right side. I think he's still on his feet, breaks out of the pile. He's going to go into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. As long as they don't call it, yeah, they do. They signal touchdown. Boy, he was right in the middle of that pile. There's a good shot of the Bear River crowd that came all the way down from Grass Valley and the Lake of the Pines. So Nielsen in to kick the extra point.
Boy, Botsford is some kind of a back, isn't he?
Oh,
he is fast and he is strong. He's coming out of those piles because those arm tackles, are just not doing the job.
Got to hit him low. So Smith, the holder, down, put down, kicked, and that looks good right through the center. Blake Nielsen with his 4th extra point of the game. I think I'd like to have Blake Nielsen on my fantasy football, high school football team. Because he's accurate. There's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 28-7 as Bear River only gave up that 1 miscue on that kickoff.
You know, I'm going to state the obvious here, Marty. If they're going to get back in this game, they need points before half.
Yep.
Highland needs to get it back in this game. Here's a replay, Steve. What are you seeing here?
Well, he goes into this pile, and he's clearly wrapped up, by 2, 3 defenders, and they just give up.
Yep.
Once he's got his arms around Bear River, they just kind of give up. They just assume he's going to go down, and Bear River is a fighting team. They don't just give up like that. And evident right there with 3 defenders all around him, spins and takes off.
There's the Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard giving you the accurate score of 28-7 with 4:02 left to go in the half. It's been all Bear River, except for one big run kickoff return by the Scots. That's going to be kicked over in the. Could go out of bounds, and it does with that wind blowing. So they'll either get the ball on the 35-yard line or. Yeah, they work on that in practice, kicking for the sidelines, but that one time it just got a little bit too much to the right and went out of bounds. They don't want another run back, so and they're holding them on defense, so you might as well kick it short and hope for the best. So they've got some big runners back there that can do some damage. So now we got 3 receivers out for the Scots, 1 back in the backfield, and handoff right up the middle. Has got a hole. That is Bright, the ball carrier. Picks up about 6 yards. Now, do you see how Bear River's tackling as opposed to the Scots tackling?
Definitely. I also see that Scots are they're not going into the huddle. They're going to try and hurry things along here. 3:37 left.
Oh, he left way too early.
No flag, though.
No, that the referee was right there, saw him. They got a first down out of it, but that should have been a 5-yard penalty. He left way early.
I'm proud of Terry Logue there, standing right there next to the official. He's not having any words with him. He's going to let it go.
Looked like it was Canadian football. There's a big rush in there. They've got him on the, and that is, once again, that is a voter coming up and making that stop.
And any kind of a fake into the line, there can't be any play action. They need you to just take the ball and fire. He's got an excellent arm, but the Bear River's penetration is getting to the quarterback.
3 receivers out looking. He's going down deep in the middle. That ball is going to be intercepted. And did he drop it, or did he? No, he kept it. He held on to it. That was Smith. Austin Smith came up with a big defensive play right there with that interception. So Bear River's got a chance to put some more points on the board. That ball was had the wind with it, but it just didn't throw it far enough. He had the receiver there.
I also find it interesting to note that on their own 25-yard line, this is the worst starting field position Bear River has had this half.
Well, they'll see if they can. They've got 2 minutes and 43 seconds to put some more points on the board. Let's see what they do. They've got 2 timeouts left. Looking to pen. No, it's a draw play, and Botsford coming down. He's still on his feet. He almost broke that one away. Got down to the 30, 45-yard line.
Steve, let's look at the interception on the replay.
It was just a really well-defended pass. You see, he gets right on the inside of the receiver, posts up and goes up to jump for it rather than just trying to let it come to him. He goes up into the air. Looks like he has a bit of a size advantage anyway, and just goes up and grabs it.
Yeah, the receiver was thinking more about his route and wasn't really looking for the ball, whether the defender found the ball first and was able to make an adjustment for it.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Bruins, looking to pass right over the middle, and it's caught in there. And look at that. That's Edie down to about the 33-yard line. Once again, Paul, what did you see there?
Christopher Edie, I saw him pluck the ball out of the air. Great hands.
Yes, he does.
He kept his focus, watched that ball right into the hands, and caught it in a crowd. Edie really is an impressive receiver, but it takes somebody to deliver that ball, and Braden Duncan is proven to be everything I was hoping he would be. He is one fine quarterback, Marty.
Yeah, he's got a strong arm and accurate. He comes over the sideline and gets the play.
Let's take a look at this, Steve.
Just a nice low pass. Keeps it out of the wind so it gets to his receiver quicker. And fights off an arm tackle, just keeps on going. It really just seems like Highlands defense gives up on these tackles and just takes it for granted that, you know, the ball carrier is going to go down, and Bear River is just a feisty, fiery team.
Well, they have a delay of game. They had a slow coming in with the play, and then they couldn't get the snap off in time.
I liked it. Like your comment, Steve, is exactly right. They're all, not only are they tackling high, but the receivers and the backs now are figuring out that with some second effort, they can get away. And so it's just that much more, as we see live action now.
Pass to Edie, and he's still going. Look at this, breaks away. He's got one man to beat. And let's see if he can get down to the end zone, and he's thrown out of bounds at about the 3 or 4 yard line. Edie was didn't give up, and look at that, broke all those tackles. Nice pass in there. That ball was thrown into a crowd.
It certainly was.
Let's see where they spot the ball. Down about the 5. Watch
Here's a replay here now, and he's just going to use his strength and his speed to get away from the defenders. And also a nice little block out in front of him there. That was number 47.
That was Botsford, I think.
Yep, sure enough, Brad Botsford out there.
Handoff over the right side, cutting back inside. He's going to take it in, walks on in. Big Michael Tipton with a score. So Bear River took less than a minute to go down 75 yards and runs it in for a touchdown. So touchdown, Bruins.
And the Bruins are taking advantage of the mistakes. intercepting the ball deep in their own area and takes it all the way back before the half. 34-7 now is the score, soon to be 35, and it is.
And right in the middle as Blake Nielsen continues his fine kicking. Bear River hasn't seen a kicker like this since John Morrissey way back in the 90s. Morrissey was one of the, there's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 21 big points here for the Bruins in this second quarter, leading now 35-7. Morrissey went on to kick for Sacramento State. He was also the punter, but he had a strong leg. But I just found out that the school record is 47 yards by Savoy, the son of the coach, and I think maybe this year, maybe Nielsen will get a chance to surpass that. He's got a strong leg. Let's see where they kick it this time. Probably kick it to the left side. No, they're going to go over to the right side again. It's going to be a short kick taken on the 30, and they smother him up on about the 36-yard line, where the Scots will take over with 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in the first half. Coming into the ball game, I noticed Garrett Ramsauer.
You know, a mistake, Steve, that I think that Highlands is making is they're just trying too big of plays. They're going for the home run ball. They've done it twice now and had 2 interceptions. On that last series, I was thinking maybe they would peck their way down and get themselves in position to go into the end zone, but again, they're going to throw the big long ball up there, and it's going to get picked off again.
Almost. He was all set and ready to pick that one off. That was Wagner. Getting support in there by Austin Smith and number 30, Garrett Ramsauer.
They're trying to get something going here. I don't blame them for that, but Bear River, they're just going to sit back and field these long balls.
I don't think that's too bad a strategy for Bear River. They're clearly the fastest team on the field right now.
So here come the Scots. They got 2nd and 10. Looking over here in the front. Oh, that could be intercepted, and it is. That is Voter going down. He's going to take it to 5. Touchdown, Bear River. John Voter just picked that ball up, had nothing but wide open spaces in front of him, went by one man, and it's a touchdown, Bear River.
Boy, what a well-timed play that was. He knew that screen pass was coming, and he just swooped in there.
Oh, man, what a play.
The Voter family is sitting right next to us here. No, you're not the Voter family. Just big fans. Davis.
All right. Nielsen in to try the extra point. Holder is Austin Smith. Low snap, but it's put up and it's blocked. That was just a low snap, and Smith couldn't get the ball down in time, and they came in and blocked it. So 41-7 as Bear River is just putting on a clinic here. There's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 41 points. Running up the scoreboard on that interception there. That was quite a...
There's Coach Gansky out there looking out over his Bruins. Wow, Marty, they with about 3 minutes to play, Bear River was up 21-7. Now you look at the scoreboard, 41-7. This Highlands team has been demoralized.
And there's the kickoff, and it's going to be taking on the 25-yard line, and it's going to get tackled about the 37-yard line. So I don't know if you were the coach for the Scots, what would you do? Take a knee and go into the locker room and say, let's come back out at halftime and see what happens.
Let's get it figured out here. I don't think I'd have another play from center. I mean, all they can do basically is throw the big Hail Mary, and that hasn't worked all night. Interceptions have plagued them. Let's face it, they've had 3 interceptions tonight, and every time Bear River has fielded the ball, they have come back and scored, either on the interception or right after.
Well, let's see what they do. They've got 3 receivers out here to the right again. There's a snap, and it's and he's sacked. Looks like he might have fumbled that ball.
It was a bad snap from center. Ball came straight back up in his hands.
That should be the last play of the game as the clock continues to tick down with 22 seconds left. And I think they'll just let the clock run out now as they run off the field. That's quite a first half for the Bear River Bruins. There's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard here at the half. Bear River comes off leading by a score of 41-7. Whoa. So the Bruins come off the field, heading for the locker room to, I guess they won't be going to the locker room. They're going to go over to the field over there in the end zone. Well, Paul, that was quite a first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, we really thought we were going to have a football game there for a while there, Marty. First quarter comes, and Highlands, not only do they get the big run back, but it looked like they were moving the football at will for a while there, and then the Bear River defense kicks in, and we see a slew of interceptions.
And a fumble recovery, and
again, we've said it a number of times, but bad tackling.
Yeah.
And some very poor defense on the Highlands side, and that is the result. The score 41-7 here.
Yeah, it was. There's a shot of the principal from Bear River Ghetto, and also Gansky, and here comes Coach Zahner. He's going to be taking over and doing the girls softball again. He retired from doing it last year, and now they've asked him to come back and do the girls softball this year. So looking forward to a big softball season. All right, I'd like to remind you that you're watching an exclusive Bear River Bruins coverage here on Touchdown Production Sports Network. We'll be right back after these fine messages.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Well, these are the Bear River girls, and before we go to break, we'll watch this routine here. They've got the junior varsity and the varsity girls all out there, so they'll put on a show for us. Can't hear the music because it's the wind's blowing against us. Hope the girls can hear it. They're doing a nice in-sync job here. Steve Sitter off to my left here while the girls are going through their routine. Is putting the stats together that first half, all Bear River. Let's watch the action out there at the center of the field. Well, there you go. There's your Bear River Bruins cheerleaders. Now, I'd just like to remind you that once again you're watching Bear River football right here on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Foothill Flowers has been owned and operated by the Johnson family since 1966. Our flowers are hand-picked at the San Francisco Flower Mart, and we get fresh shipments from Hawaii every week. We specialize in unique arrangements for any occasion. Our design staff has 80 years of experience. Every order comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Foothill Flowers, quality and service since 1966.
And we're back here, Highlands Stadium here. Bear River leading 41-7 here, as we see the Highlands cheerleading squad leaving the field here on their halftime show. Steve Sitter's with me, and we're going to talk to Steve Sitter about the halftime stats. Sit, what do you think?
Well, just looking at the scoreboard, you don't need me to tell you that it's been all Bear River. So let me just throw some numbers out at you. Bear River with a total of 39 offensive plays, Highland with 19.
Wow.
So the Highland defense on the field much longer than Bear River's defense. So Bear River is going to still stand strong in the second half would be my guess. Looking at the total rushing yards, Highland in the first half had a 9-yard rush and a 12-yard rush, and yet throughout the entire first half netted only 2 total rushing yards. They, which is 0.2 yards per carry. So Bear River doing a very good job of stopping that. 3 sacks also helped with that. On the other side, Bear River averaging 8 yards per carry, 169 total rushing yards. Looking at the passing game, Highland 6 for 9, 67%. Bear River 11 for 18, 61%. So pretty average in terms of just overall completions. Highland averaging 8.7 yards per completion for 52 total yards. Bear River 13.5 yards per completion and 148 total. That is over 300 total offensive yards in the first half for Bear River, which is just astounding. Highland turning over the ball 3 times certainly isn't helping their defense cope with the Bear River plague that they have to cope with right now. Bear River with 5 penalties, mostly minor, none of which have really come back to hurt them. But Highland with 6 penalties, including 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, one after a 44-yard punt that would have put Bear River deep in their own territory to start a drive. They're just really hurting themselves right now. There's not much I can say about Highland's offense. And when you couple that with, I haven't seen Iser Price, their starting quarterback. He was gone in the first quarter. I haven't even seen him on the sidelines. So that's another thing to look at. Quentin Anquiano has been the quarterback for most of the first half, and he really hasn't been too effective. Certainly not as effective as Iser Price, who was just a triple threat when he was out on the field. He could throw, he could run quickly, he could break tackles, and he had good field vision. With him just disappeared, that's a major blow to Highlands, and I'm not sure that they can get back in this game without him.
I'm not sure why they took Aquilano off the field. He looked like a very strong quarterback. He didn't go off due to injury, Steve. We didn't see him be taken off, but I think you're right. I think the quarterback has been his own worst enemy. I'm not sure the play calling from the sidelines is also all that good. I mentioned that they're trying to get too much back too quickly, and a lot of these balls are being hung up, and there's a lot of interceptions. So maybe if they could establish some kind of ground game, if they could get something going where they could get some ground game to work, that would bring those defensive backs in a little closer and give them more of a shot down the field with that strong arm. But good stats, Steve. I appreciate you keeping those. Very good.
I was just going to comment on Price along with what Steve said, that I haven't seen him either, and he's kind of the go-to guy on this team, and he is. I have to look on the sideline again to see if he comes up, but I didn't see him get hurt or anything. So
no, I haven't seen him on the sideline. Maybe he just there was something good on TV or something. I don't know.
But he's there. I mean, he's almost the whole offense.
Wow.
He's got some great speed. He was the one that scored the touchdown.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher and leading quarterback, essentially.
So maybe he pulled a muscle or something, but there was no injury out there. So, but like you said, it's been all Bear River, and that only blemish they have is that 90-yard run, a kickoff return.
Now we got groupies hovering around Marty here. They're at our table here. It looks like some of the women from your class, Marty. Your football 101 class.
For mothers of the players.
How many show up for that class?
Well, I've got 3 or 4, but my 2 key mothers that come out are Carrie Ramsauer and Kristen Whitehead. They like to attend the class, and they sit in the stands after the class, and they just don't listen. I don't know what the deal is. What happened there? Why is there a penalty? I mean, so I explain it to them and everything else, but moms have got a better thing to do, and that's to just keep their kids healthy and keep them on the field and keep feeding them properly. You know how that goes.
Yeah, they obviously don't have a whole lot to do if they're attending your class there, Mark.
All right, Brian Hollister, State Farm Insurance Scoreboard, 41-7. I'd like to remind you, you're watching exclusive Bear River Bruin football right here on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gil.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
The Hauser family reminds you, if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. The Old Town Cafe is the oldest continuously operating restaurant in Grass Valley. Serving breakfast and lunch 7 days a week, the Old Town Cafe is now open for dinner every Friday and Saturday night with nightly specials like steaks, seafood, along with draft beer and wine. Stop by to see Monday Night Football at the OTC with drink and appetizer specials. It's football fun for the whole family at the Old Town Cafe. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Welcome back to Highlands High School as it's all Bear River as the Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard reflects a 41-7 score. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown and Steve Sitter doing the fantastic stats. I don't know how he keeps track of all that, Paul, but it sure is nice.
Boy's got a big brain over there. He's just got a big old brain.
Is that what it is?
That's something you're not used to working with.
No,
You've
I
been
know.
working with me, you know?
Well, we graduate from Bear River High School, I guess.
Yep.
That helps.
That does help. Yeah, but I went to Chico State. And you never hear anything good about that. But the boys are coming back on the field now. Bear River is starting to look like they're ready to start the second half. Big lopsided score. We're liable to see some of the reserves come in for Bear River, I would guess.
Yeah, they all work hard during the week, and so when you get a score like this, it's good to get everybody in the game, get some playing time, get some stickers for their helmet, and Bear River has got a lot of depth this year, and they're showing it here in these first 3 games. Coach Zahner down on the sideline encouraging his the team on.
I know I said this before, but there's still no sign of Price on the Highlands sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 6'1", 180. You should be able to see. Do you think maybe he might have been ejected from the game if he was the one that made the comment to the? No, I don't think he was in the game during that time.
I don't think so. No.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I don't think we've seen him since about the second play from scrimmage. He just basically just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging 5 yards a carry rushing, and with a 327 completion rating as a quarterback, 177 total yards. I mean, he just shows up everywhere on the Highlands stat sheet. For him to just disappear like that is a major blow to the Scots.
As the wind continues to pick up here as the storm from the north is coming in, and there's going to be a temperature drop down into the 70s up in the Grass Valley area tomorrow, and a little bit of light rain, and we'll have to see how that develops offshore, because it's wind had died down a little bit, but now it has come back strong. Let's go to Steve Sitter and give us an update on the SFL girls volleyball.
Well, Granite Bay sitting on top there, 5-0, undefeated, having just a tremendous year. Rockland right there at 11-3, although they've lost their last 2 games. Roseville underneath them at 13-4. They've been busy with 4 straight wins, so they're riding high. Wood Creek at 7-4 with 2 straight wins, and Nevada Union at 7-4 with 2 straight losses. So the balance there definitely shifted to Wood Creek, and Deloro at the bottom at 5-14 with 5 straight losses so far. And heading over to the PVL, Lincoln on top at 5-3 with a victory. Foothill at 3-2 with 1 victory. Colfax 4-4. Bear River at 5-7. Placer at 3-5 with 3 straight losses there, and Center at 0-3. Have a lot of catching up to do there.
So volleyball runs with the football season, and I'd like to talk about next week's game. Bear River Bruins taking on the River Valley Falcons. You can see that game on Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, and also look for it on the YouTube channel and youtube.com/Game of the Week, and be able to view the game in its entirety. And don't forget the Greater Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce, the Fireside Chat with Gil Dominguez, Touchdown Productions and Noble One Productions. You can see that on Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16. And the other show is Food and Farm. Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, NevadaCountyTV.org. Look for it on ACTV Channel 20 on the Wave Broadband YouTube channel. The Food and Farm Show, a big hit up in the Grass Valley, Nevada City area, around the foothills. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds again. They'll get it on the 35-yard line. I think
there's another flag in the play, Marty, and a little something going on after that ball got out of bounds. I think Bear River might just pick up 15 more yards on top.
Well, let's see what they do. That flag was normally thrown for a ball that goes out of bounds, but let's see if they call anything extra. No, they're going to spot the ball on the 35. I think Blake Nielsen has been told don't kick the ball to the deep backs because they get a head of steam and they're gone. They got some great speed. So here come the Bruins on defense. Danelli comes into the ball game in the secondary. There is a handoff, and oh man, look at that nice tackle in there by John Voter. He has been all over the field tonight, and he's doing a fine job throwing some long. He had an interception for a touchdown. Having a great night. Got to think of our player of the game for the Bruins tonight. So here's a snap in shotgun formation, rolling, looking, being rushed. He throws the ball out of bounds, intended for Vang, the receiver. And that could have been intentional grounding, but they're not going to call it. He had a receiver in the vicinity. Good pass rush in there, Paul, by Bear River.
Yeah, the whole offensive line moved to the left with the quarterback, and they still really couldn't hold out the defensive line. Not much there, so he just threw the ball away.
Oh, bad snap. He's going to fall down on it and covered up in there nicely by Justin Robinson. And that'll be a loss of several yards, and they'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to punt.
Boy, going from bad to worse, Marty. Yep. At first they can't complete a pass, and now they can't complete the exchange from center.
No, they're moving backward. Now they'll be kicking into the wind. Bear River will once again get good field position. Back to receive is Edie and also number 24, Tipton. So here's the kick. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be very short. Bear River will have great field position on the 50-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. Bear River takes over. 1st and 10. Let's see who comes in to do the quarterbacking. Yeah, coming in is Austin Smith.
That was only a 21-yard punt.
And coming into the game was Ramsauer but now he comes back out, so he'll be in at the halfback position. So here's Smith in the backfield. Handoff, big hole, Botsford, nobody there, drives down to about the 36-yard line. 1st down. Boy, he gets a head of steam and just puts his head down and he goes.
Oh, there's a huge hole, too, being opened up.
The line just opened up a fantastic hole for him. He hits it very quickly. Bam, goes right through.
I was going to say that.
I know you did. I'm just trying to help you out.
I know, Marty.
We got to get back in sync a little bit after our long layoff. All right, here we go. In motion is Voter. Handoff to him as he goes around the left side, and he's going to pick up a couple.
It's one of the best defensive tackles we've seen so far. Here's the replay. Now look at this offensive line. Just sealing off and allowing him a huge gaping hole. Nobody even touches him until he's 15, 18 yards into the secondary.
Voter's he comes out limping. So
wow, that's bad news.
On his left leg. Maybe he might have twisted his ankle. Bear River can't afford too many injury. They've got a lot of players out on the injured list here. Coming in to take his place is Stevenson for Bear River. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
I think it's an ankle. I'm looking down at Voter here on the sideline. It looks like maybe it's a twisted ankle. Let's hope it's nothing worse than that.
Oh, quick handoff up the middle is Botsford. He's going to drag a few players down very close to the 1st down marker. Good lead block in there by Reagan Davis. He's been a big workhorse on that line of scrimmage tonight. And there's a good shot of Garrett Ramsauer.
Tell you what, they're doing a very, very good job in the backfield here. Let's talk about it after this play.
Handoff, trying to skirt the corner. He makes the turn. And that is Tipton.
Michael Tipton comes right in, Marty, after the exit of Voter. And he's an exceptional little back. He's got some good speed and some power. Never hurts to have a fresh pair of legs to come in when you lose one of your players in the backfield. I'm looking down there. They're definitely going to re-wrap the ankle of Voter. He's shaking his head like he's okay.
Here's a handoff on the right side. Once again, trying to arm tackle him, can't do it. He runs right on by a couple of the defenders, and that's Tipton. Takes it down to about the 6-yard line.
So that's 2 games. Now watch Tipton here. Steve, what do you see here?
Well, again, Highlands just crashes the middle, and with the good speed that Bear River has, being able to get out to the corner ensures good yards. And then again, there's an arm tackle, another arm tackle. Everyone's just trying to pull him down instead of trying to tackle him. And Bear River's just making the most of it with their tenacious attitude.
So here come the Bruins, and cutting it up in the middle. Oh, he fumbled, but he was down on the ground.
That was interesting. I'm not sure he was down on the ground, Marty.
Yeah, I think he had rolled over and then lost the ball on that time. Ramsauer came up and made the recovery anyway, so the Bear River would have kept the ball, but he was down. So now it's 2nd down and goal. Ramsauer driving into the middle. Let's see if he made it. Now they're going to push him back. Let's see where they gave his forward motion progress. So it's 3rd down and goal, but where do they spot it?
Looks like they're going to spot it right about the 1.
Let's see if they go with Tipton here.
Ramsauer in the backfield, directly behind quarterback Smith. And they hand it to, and he takes it in. That's Garrett Ramsauer. And he scores the touchdown. Bear River comes up big with a nice run over the left side. Good blocking by the line, and Ramsauer takes it in. As now Blake Nielsen comes in to kick the extra point. Cordial goes out as one of the blockers. The last extra point was blocked as it was a low snap. Let's see if Smith can handle it here. Oh, offside.
That's just a lack of concentration.
Yeah, right.
He just wandered into the backfield way before the ball was snapped.
They're going to decline the penalty, and so Blake will get another shot at it. Good snap, put down, kicked, and it is good.
Kudos to Coach Logue for not taking that penalty and then trying to run the ball in and run the score up. No need for that. 48-7 now, Bear River.
There's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard showing Bear River here in the 3rd quarter with 7:06 left to play. They got the score at 48-7.
So now that they're up 40, you might give serious consideration into just running the clock down. I believe that's what the head official just went over and talked to Coach Logue about.
Yeah, because they had the clock running in the whole 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, and 4th quarter of the JV game.
I believe that's at 45 points. Is that not true, Marty?
No, it's 40, I believe, Paul.
So in high school football, they're going to allow the clock just to continuously run. You know, going to talk about the standings here. Here's the PVL. Bear River is going to 3-0. Would you say not, Steve?
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty safe guess there.
And that will put them in the lead. A Lincoln tonight. We'll have to get some scores later on to see how the other teams have done. But Bear River continues to only give up 7 points so far this season. Correct, Marty?
That's 21. That's 21 points. So.
Yeah, River Valley will be coming in, and this is not any pushover team. River Valley is going to come in, and they're going to test Bear River for the first time this season, I feel, they'll get a warm-up for what the PVL will offer them later on.
Yeah, and so far this season, in 3 games, Bear River's given up 21 points. 7, there's a kind of a squibber kick, taken at about the 42-yard line. And like I say, Bear River's given up 7 points a game so far, with another quarter and a half to go. So,
and they are letting the clock run now.
Yeah, that's because it's a foregone conclusion. 41-point lead.
You know, there's going to be some big games coming up too, Marty, in the PVL. I'm really looking forward to the Placer and Colfax games. When those 3 teams, Bear River, Placer, and Colfax, get together, there is a rumble in the jungle. Yeah. And these teams, the Bermuda Triangle of the PVL, as Gil Dominguez would say.
Oh, fumble. Bear River's got it. Wow. That is unbelievable. Who came up with that ball? That was, I couldn't see who came up with it. Was it 52? Leonard?
I believe it was. I believe it was Leonard.
Wow.
Let's take a look. We'll see who that gets credit for that. We don't want to give it to Leonard unless he got it. But there's a bad snap. He never really got the handle on it here. And then immediately he's touched by the defender. So give credit to that first defender, and that would be 37.
Oh, 37. That is.
There is no 37 on it.
I don't either. Going down, there's a penalty call. Back to live action. You sure that was 37? I didn't.
It was, yeah.
Was
no,
it?
It must be a reserve that has a jersey that we're not showing on our program.
Well, let's take a look to see where 37 is, and they got their names on the back of their jerseys, so I don't remember.
So one more time. Well, let's take a look here. Let's let the replay develop here. And
that was Lansford if it's 31.
He does a good job, and then not only does he force the pitch, then he goes out and strips the ball. That's a heck of a defensive play right there.
Still didn't get the number, but we'll. All right, here's a handoff. Inside handoff, big hole, carrying the ball, going down the sidelines, and that is that's Benson, Matt Benson, first time in the game tonight, and he gets stopped at about the 1-yard line.
Good to see some subs getting in the game now.
Yep.
The clock is continuing to run now, 48-7. They're going to let it just run down, and 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. Very similar football game that we had in the JVs. The Highland JVs were run out of here by the Bear River JVs as well.
Into the ball game is Travis Whitehead for the Bruins. Handoff, right side, trying to turn the corner, can't do it, and is being thrown down. Lead block in there by Bear River as just couldn't turn the corner. So Benson gets a second chance at it.
Certainly shortens the game up when they run the clock like this, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
This is fun to be right
in
here.
the backfield with Smith is Ramsauer. Handoff on the inside, and that goes nowhere. That was the Tipton, it looked like. Yes, there he is. Smith looks over at the sideline for the play, gets called in. Look at his armband, and still hasn't got it yet. So now they're going to bring it in with Josh Davis. 1:55 left to go in this fast-moving third quarter. Let's see who they give it to this time. It's third down. Inside handoff again, trying to turn the corner, can't do it. It comes up nicely on defense, and they'll push him back. And let's see if they're going to send in the field goal team. And
they will.
Blake Nielsen will come in to try a field goal. The ball will be spotted on about the 4-yard line. Be fourth down. Cordial comes in. Smith will be the holder. Let's see what the, there's a good snap down, and it is good. Inside the left pole, and Nielsen with a field goal. Several extra points tonight, so that's 51-7 right now as the clock continues to run.
It'll be the end of the third quarter here shortly, 34 seconds left. Bear River will be kicking off with the wind, and Highlands will give it one more try. They're just playing for pride now.
Yeah, right. There's our Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Bear River up 10 now within this third quarter, 51-7. And let's see how they, okay, the clock will run out. Bear River will then be kicking in to the wind now.
That was a 21-yard field goal.
Well, we've got all of us sitting up here in the cool breeze tonight. There's Paul High. There we go. The three musketeers here. What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think here? I need a hat. Gil is threatening to send us up in a lucky
No, I don't
blanket.
think we need it. There is John Voter the second. Very nice family. He will. I talked to him. There's the little squibber. Yeah, I think it hit one of the players, and falling on it is number, was that 81? For the they're just kind of going through the motions here. I think the Scots players are now. They're kind of demoralized a little bit. Ball's going to be spotted on the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 of their own 37. Let's see if they continue to pass the ball here, Paul. There's a high snap, handoff right up the middle, and still on his feet. He's got some running room and being brought down there. And the ball carrier was
Junior Jenkins, I think it was 55, yeah.
That's the first time he's been in the backfield. Salivar brought him down for the Bruins.
We also have a changing quarterback now. We have number 10.
No,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's been in there for a while since Price left. Good snap. Handoff, left side, but that's covered up nicely for no gain by the right side of the Bruin line.
Just as a side note, you can see Voter on the sideline. He's standing. He looks good. Looks like he's ready to get back in the game.
With this big a lead, I think he's going to have the rest of the night off. So here's 2nd down and 9. A pass out into the flat, and almost picked off over there. That was Donnelly. Came over and just missed that pass. It was out in the flat. Yeah, Paul, I think, and Steve, we got to come up with a player of the game tonight, and it's going to be a toss-up here, and I think we got 2 outstanding players.
Who would be your call, Marty? Tell me. Who,
you're thinking about Voter. And Voter. Huh. Voter has played an excellent game. There's a pass out in the flat, and it's going to be caught in there by Yato, and he takes it down short of the 1st down. Well,
almost made it.
Almost did. Let's see where they spot it.
I don't see why they wouldn't go for it. They're sure heck not going to punt the ball.
Cordial in on that tackle, along with Salivar.
They're going to give him a 1st down on that. They're going to move the chains.
So it's forward progress to the 35-yard line. Is that the deepest penetration they've had tonight?
Well, they did have a
offense?
touchdown earlier, but you're right. That's a very small ray of light shining through here for their offense.
8:54 left to go in the ball game. Oh, high snap over his head. He's going to fall on it. That had trouble written all over. They lost 10 yards on that play, so it'll be second down at 20. High snap, just couldn't handle it. Probably going to go with the same play again. Sadern is the center. Well, this guy, that's a good snap there. Looking deep, going down, it could be intercepted. Oh, it's caught. He's still going on his feet, and they're going to get a block. He could take it in. 5, touchdown, Highlands Scots.
And it was a look what I found, I think, Steve. He looked up in the air. That ball should have been picked off. He had certainly had every opportunity to pick that ball off, and that ball just landed in the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, I think the corner there set up and jumped before he really knew where that ball was going to land, especially with the wind coming in. That ball was high enough to where the wind can really pick up some velocity along the way, and I just don't think he took that into account.
And then a nice run after the catch.
Hey, he used his blockers quite nicely as he took it into the end zone. I didn't see who the receiver was. If we have that at all on replay, oh, good. Well, we'll see who was the lucky recipient there.
I believe that was Yeto.
Yeto. That kick is good. That brings the score to 51-14.
And with the clock running, they only need 37 more.
Yeah, that Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard reflects the score there in the fourth quarter. 7 big points for the Scots, bringing their total of 14. Bear River with 51. Here's that replay, Paul.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Now watch, he throws the ball up into the wind, and it's just a bad pass. Let's face it, it was a bad decision to throw it in the first place. They've had this same pass picked off. He throws it up for grabs, and the ball hangs up there. Now watch, he just all of a sudden finds himself with the ball.
Okay, yeah, that was Yeto.
Splits the defenders, and then gets a great block right here. Bam! Watch this.
Here comes the block over here.
Yep,
and
there it is, right there. Boom.
Yep. That was on Stevenson, and that allowed him to take it in. I think that was Vang that came up and made that block. So, Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard, 51-14. Bear River will get a chance now to Bear River, I think, has only had one punt tonight. If I remember. Ramsford is a little late getting into the ball game for Bear River. Let's see what they're going to do. Well, they're going to kick it deep, and that's going to go into the end zone. Bear River will get the ball on their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 5:38 and counting.
And just throwing that out there, this is now officially the deepest start that Bear River has had on their own 20.
Let's see who they bring in now for. I see Whitehead in the game, and also Connolly. Coming in to do the quarterbacking is Smith. Stevenson in as one of the running backs. Ramsauer is in there as one of the backs, and also Tipton's back in the game. Oh, the Bruins out from their own 20-yard line right now. And the handoff up the middle, that's Ramsauer with a big run, and he gets up to the first down to the 31-yard line. Well, I think I'm our Player of the Game award tonight. I think everybody will agree. I'm gonna cast my vote for John Voter.
Oh no, Steve and I don't agree, Marty.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you told me to make the selection.
I know I did, but Steve's looking at you sideways. I don't know.
Yeah?
Is it going to be Voter?
There's a handoff over the right side to Benson, and he's not going anywhere. And they come up and swarm tackle.
As a fumble.
Let's see who got the ball back. It looks like Bear River comes up with it.
No, it's a unanimous. John, if you're listening, what a game you had, both on offense and on defense. So John Voter III will be our Stuckey Engravers player of the game, and he will get a beautiful plaque. There's a picture of the plaque. Touchdown Productions will present him with this, and these plaques will hang on walls for years and years into the future, and he certainly deserves it tonight. John, congratulations. You are the Touchdown Productions player of the game.
Here's a handoff to Ramsauer. He gets another first down. Garrett Ramsauer, junior, 6 foot, 166, is piling up the yardage here as he continues to hit those holes that the line is opening up for him. Well, in motion, and that's a handoff, trying to go over the left side, but being brought down in there by Anto.
There's a flag.
There's a flag down. Let's see what, I didn't see it. And Benson comes up limping. Now he goes down. He may have hurt his knee, his right knee. Let's see what they do. Looks like he's grimacing a little bit and holding on to his knee. Well, it might be a shin.
Yeah, they're going to call a face mask on the tackle.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I was watching him trying to turn that corner. He just couldn't make it. They're going to step off 15 yards.
That really was the only way they were going to bring him down on that run. He had a full head of steam. He was gonna keep on going, but yeah, that face mask, when you get yanked around by that, that'll slow you down pretty quick.
Right.
Well, they're taking off his shoe on his right foot there.
Might be an ankle. Benson has come into the game and he's been running the ball very well. Looks like they're testing the ankle. Let's see what they're going to do. He's holding on to his leg like, hey, don't be moving that. Bill Slayton's Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award goes tonight, as Paul mentioned earlier, to number 12, John Voter III, as he. So Bill Slade and Stuckey Engravers, and we're proud to present that to John Voter tonight. Coming off the field, and that is Benson, Matt Benson. We have a little technical difficulty here. It's hard to, no signal on our monitor, so we'll have to see what develops with that. So here come the Bruins. It's 1st and 10. Pass in the flat and caught in there by Wagner, and he's only going to pick up a couple of yards. Nice crisp pass in there by Austin Smith.
Clock continues to run now, 1:48 left. And we are watching the tail end of this ball game. Downside for Bear River, although they've scored an amazing number of points tonight, they have lost a couple of players, and they, like Marty said earlier, don't need the injuries, certainly. They don't have that deep.
So here comes Smith, is going to run the ball, but he's going up the middle and going to be brought down for maybe a couple of yards. And we got our pitcher back now to a certain extent. So that'll bring up third down and about 8. Coming in with the play is Wagner. I think the wind is taking out our signal here, Paul, as the weather front comes in. Ramsauer in the back, and he gets the handoff. Big hole over the right side, turns the corner. He's heading down the sideline, and he gets all the way down to the 15-yard line on a great run over the right side. Nice call in there. Garrett Ramsauer putting on a very good show here in this second half.
They're going to try and get one more play in. The clock's down to 19 seconds, and that's going to be the ball game. Bear River is going to finish this thing off 51-14 with the running clock in the second half. Shortens the game up, but rightfully so.
Can't see it, Gil. We got no monitor here. So Ramsauer on the handoff for the last play of the game takes it for about 16 yards. I think he's pretty close to 100 yards tonight. And he came in the second half and put on quite a show.
Well, I'll bet you our man Steve Sitter will have those stats for us here.
No question about that.
As the teams congratulate each other. Highlands team putting on a valiant show, even though they got down so
there
deep.
We go. Got their picture back. That is good. As the teams, like Paul mentioned, saying thank you for the sportsmanship tonight, and it was quite a one-sided game, Paul, as here's that run by Garrett Ramsauer as the last play of the game. He takes it up the middle, and then nice stiff arm in there, and he breaks to the outside. Good speed. Makes the cut, gets a good block in there, and takes it down the sideline. He had another good stiff arm. He looks like an all-around fine ball player there and running back. And a little late hit coming in. And there's your Brian Hollister State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 51-14 as Bear River put on a show here tonight.
You do color well, Marty.
Oh,
that was a good call.
I got carried away. You didn't say anything, so I just stepped right down and in there. So Brian Hollister, State Farm Insurance scoreboard for us, 51-14. They took the score off the scoreboard before I could take a picture of it. But the team is out at the 20-yard line with the parents, and a fine game all around there tonight, Paul, by the Bear River Bruins.
Yeah, they. I think actually Coach Logue probably is looking for a team that's going to challenge them a little more than this. They need to put their team together before league starts, and this PVL is not going to be any easy thing this year. Join us next week, Bear River Bruins versus the River Valley Falcons. Like we said earlier, and our producer Gil Mingus mentioned, this is not going to be any easy game. We're looking forward to seeing that next week. Steve Sitter will be here along with Marty.
All right, your executive producer and director for tonight's game is Gilbert M. Dominguez. Camera operators doing an excellent job tonight. Daniel Paddock, Cayman Hodges, and Ryan Stubbs. Nice job, fellas. Your announcers for tonight's game, Marty Mortensen, Steve Sitter, and Paul Brown. Office manager, Lynn Dominguez. Remote facilities provided by the Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, Reeby's Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Bill Slade and Sons Trucking, goes to John Voter tonight along with Stookie Engravers. Put that together, a nice memento of tonight's game. Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graciano, LLP. And for Paul Brown, Steve Sitter, Gil Dominguez, And the rest of the Touchdown Production crew, this is Marty Mortensen saying thank you for joining us. And don't forget, we've got all the DVDs since 1997. 8 ways to watch us. Check us out on Touchdown Production Sports Network. So this is Marty Mortensen saying good night, everybody, on your Touchdown Productions NorCal Game of the Week.